I'm going to be talking about another book that I wrote under my pen name, Rachel Heath. And it's called Rachel Heath's Lesbian Erotica. Now, there were 3 of these stories that originally published in a magazine called On Our Backs. Playing the Bad Girl, those works are Looking is Listening and Shaving, What They Do, and The Mystery of the Perverts. Those were the ones published in On Our Backs. Playing the Bad Girl game appeared in the Spank Shop. New Ladies, Clarice and Me, Feeling the Good Parts, and The Tutor were published in Bad Attitude. Who Says a Blind Girl Can't Be Bad, as well as Spanking and Ms. Seesaw and Duchess and Charla were published by CF Publications. And there were some stories here that were not previously published. Making Us Lesbianese, The Hoosier Whoremongers, and Ass Woman's Wonder, Overwhelmed, Mrs. Danvers and Rebecca, Late One Evening, are all fresh, that were first published in Rachel Heath's Lesbian Erotica. Okay, now I have 2 stories here that take place among deaf or disabled, and are disabled, because some deaf people don't consider themselves disabled. And anyway, Looking is Listening and Shaving is about a shaving fetish, and it's an action between 2 women who are deaf. One is lesbian and the other is bisexual, and one of them has a fetish about being shaved on her rear end. The Who Says a Blind Girl Can't Be Bad is kind of self-explanatory, and it's about a horny blind lady who receives a spanking from another lady. Making Us Lesbianese is kind of a play on both lesbian and Lebanese. Okay, and it has a couple of kind of epigrams before the story proper starts. Okay, one of the epigrams is a woman who loves another woman brings neither dishonor to her father's head nor a swelling to her own belly. That's a saying supposedly of Saudi Arabian women. However, there's also another epigram that's kind of opposing by Dr. Muhammad Sadaki, the Islamic Society of North America. Islam teaches that men should be men and women should be women. Homosexuality deprives a man of his manhood and a woman of her womanhood. Okay, but anyway, it's about this is about Arab American young ladies who explore their sexuality together. There's also, as far as disability, The Mystery of the Perverts. Okay, kind of combines some of my interests. It's about 2 young ladies during the 1920s who become intrigued by the Leopold and Loeb trial. They're 2 young flappers. And of course, they upset the older generation of the time period, because one thing they were doing was pressing down their breasts. You know, they were binding their breasts, and of course, they shortened their skirts. And these ladies have crushes on the murderers, but the mystery of the perverts is they try to find out, what do male homosexuals do together? And what better way to learn than by doing? Okay. And as it's actually recalled by somebody who is disabled, who is an elderly woman in a nursing home and is in a wheelchair. But she was not in a wheelchair and was a young, sprightly flapper when the major events occurred. Okay. You know, some of these titles are kind of self-explanatory. Ask Woman's Wonder. Do you have to wonder about Ask Woman's Wonder? The Hoosier Whoremongers. Feeling the Good Parts. Could those be? Okay. Mrs. Danvers and Rebecca late one evening is